Silver, accounts, mammoths, you name it. The current world of Albion Online is rigged with RMT. Now, if you don't know what RMT stands for, well, it basically means real money trading, or in simpler terms, selling an in-game item for real-life money. Now, with the current increase in the player base and in gold price, players will always try to find a cheaper way, even if that means risking their accounts getting banned. Finding ways to make money in a game is a very common thing, no matter what game you are playing. However, in Albion Online, this is a problem that's killing the game. Why, you may be wondering? Well, fewer people buying gold, aka the currency purchased with real money, affects the entire player base by causing the premium prices to rise. Now, when players buy gold or silver from illegal sites, it drives up the entire in-game gold price, which makes premium more expensive for everyone. Now, with premium costing up to 30 million silver per month, it's becoming unbearable for newer players to get it, having the only option of swiping through illegal or legal sites. There is no other way that a new player can suffice buying premium their first month. And with gold being so expensive as it currently is, a lot of players don't have an option if not buy from illegal sites. Now, on the current video, we will be exploring one of the biggest RMTs that ever existed in Albion Online, and this is nothing other than the world bosses. Now, you may not know what a world boss is, but if you watch this video carefully, you will know how these people print billions and billions every month, and how SBI does nothing about it. So, how do I know so much about this world bosses, you may be wondering? Well, I decided to infiltrate in one of the biggest RMT guilds that Albion has seen. The guild is currently the #1 guild in Fame in Europe server, and they're called Panda Squad. Now, Panda Squad brags about doing world boss non-stop, but what they don't tell you is how much money exactly do they make with this. So the world bosses are a very strong group of enemies that spawn in certain areas of the open world, and they are much tougher than the regular monsters that you may find in your day-to-day Albion experience. So, they usually need a very large group of players in order to be killed. Now, when you kill a world boss, you get valuable loot, like rare items, lots of silver, and sometimes very special rewards that make very special and expensive mounts. These world bosses also respawn on a certain timer, so often players compete to find and kill them first. Now, there is no issue with killing these world bosses as they are part of the game and they're meant to be explored. The issue is when guilds like Panda Squad, they use and abuse and they monopolize these zones, allowing no one else in besides themselves. Now, the first thing that you have to know about Panda Squad is that not everyone can get in. If you want to get in, you have to be vouched, and you also have to pay a 10 million silver entry price. Now, whenever you pay this 10 million, you are never getting them back, and they just go straight into the guild's pockets to be never seen again. Then you are met with a very strict protocol of rules that you cannot break, because if you do, you'll get kicked and you'll never get your money back. Some players even only lasting 1 day and being kicked after just breaking one simple rule, for example. Now, if you think that you could join the guild and just go straight into World Boss Fame Farm, you'd be wrong, because we are met with a system of points that awards you for being a scout. Now, scouts pretty much are the safekeepers of the world boss. They are the people that watch out and make sure that you're not going to be dove, you're not going to be killed, and you're not going to die whenever you're doing your world boss. Now, these scouts are in theory legal because they're real players and not alt accounts, but it's still very unfun. It makes it a completely safe environment for the players when it shouldn't be. It should be a very competitive and risk versus reward environment. So let's get to the point of this video, which is how exactly are these people making billions and billions every month. The first way is no other than just getting the loot. Now, whenever you're doing world boss, all of the loot that you pick up, it goes towards the guild. 10% goes towards the scout, 20% goes towards the captain, which is, in this case, the guy that's leading the world boss, and then all the rest of the 70% go towards the guild. Now, this is very much dependent on luck, but on average, a good party will make about 50 million silver every hour. Now, if they make 50 million and 30% goes towards the scout and the captain, this means that 70% goes towards the guild. Now, this is 35 million silver an hour, and they spam world bosses every day, every hour, 24 hours a day. So this means they're making roughly 840 million silver per day. This totaling 25.2 billion silver per month. Now, this is not the only way that they make money with world bosses. There are a big handful of ways that they do. One of them, which is one of the things that I hate the most, is the fact that they boost accounts. And what is account boosting, you may be wondering? Well, it's basically picking up a fresh account, for example, and leveling it up for you, and then selling it off by silver or by dollars. In Panda Squad, we saw Ape members, which was at the time a very big alliance in the Europe server, and they were joining the guild with 0 fame, and after a couple of days they would leave with 200-300 million fame and most of their weapons spec'd up to the max. Now, unfortunately, I cannot tell you exactly how much they are charging for the boosting service, but I can tell you this much, it is probably not cheap at all. I do know that if you want to rent the zone, and by this I mean if you want to have exclusive rides to that zone for a specific hour, you can pay up to 100 million silver to the guild, and they'll allow you to fame farm without interrupting you or killing you. So how much money exactly are these people making with world bosses? Well, assuming they're making 25.2 billion silver per month just from loot, and another, let's say, 200 members join every month, which are probably more, but that's another 2 billion in just silver of the 10 million entry price, we are already at 34.2 billion silver. Now let's just say for other random things like renting and boosting, they're probably making closer to 40 billion silver per month. Plus everything that they get paid in cash in PayPal, for example. So, how much money are these people actually making with world boss farming? Well, if you count up 40 billion silver and we sell it for the lowest of the lowest that you can find on the illegal sites, this would mean that these people are making close to $12,000 per month, totaling $144,000 per year, which is an insane amount, paying a lot more than most jobs do. So why would anyone ever join Panda Squad, you may be wondering? Well, this is a question that I asked myself a lot, and the only conclusion I can find is people just want good fame. And by them getting good fame, it means that their guild leader is profiting $10,000 every month by selling on illegal sites. How do I know he's selling, you may be wondering? Well, if you track the logs, you'll see that they have 115,000 siphon energies, which casually get withdrawn. They have about 2 billion silver withdrawn every 3-4 days, and a lot of the times you'll see smelters filled with cash that just happens to vanish. And I don't believe in magic, so I don't think this money is disappearing, and the only place it's going, it's to someone else's pocket. That being said, I only have one request for you. Do not join these people. Don't give them the content they want, because they are profiting off your hard work, time, and money. So don't do it. Find your fame elsewhere. There are 1,001 different ways of getting good fame. And please don't support this type of business. Don't buy boosting. Don't buy silver off illegal sites. And if you really need it, support the game and buy it directly from SBI. That being said, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, Nendys out.